Yo, what is up, everybody? RexEncholada here, and today I have an OU battle against I'm gonna be honest, I don't know this guy's name on Showdown, and pretty much this is a very aggravating and frustrating battle, like, to be a part of. And oh yeah, that reminds me. I have a friend. He wanted me to say his name in my vid, so shouts out to my boy Bruno, who was ironically watching this battle. Like, he was there with me at the time of this battle. Like, while I was battling, he was in Showdown watching, and I think I just, like, broke a toenail. But anyway, that's unimportant. But God, that hurts. But, yeah. And this was aggravating to watch, but I put some music with it, and this music is effing awesome. Like, listen to this music, download this music, pay for this music, even though you can get it for free, because this music is amazing. Like, this music is amazing, point blank, period. So looking at team preview, that is a stalling live score, but I have the HP ice on Salamence just for that reason. And as long as I keep my Salamence around or my Scizor around, I can handle that Blissey and HP ice for the Donphan. And I have Psychic for the Conkeldurr. Ferrothorn is just a matter. Ferrothorn and Gyarados is just a matter of wearing them out enough. If I can't go at them directly, depending on what set they are. But they're most likely defensive, just looking at that team. But anyway, let's get into the battle without any further ado. And I said that backwards, but I don't really care. So I'm gonna be leading out with my Cresselia as he leads with his Donphan. And I'm just gonna straight off the bat just go for the Toxic, as he decides to go for the knockoff, because most likely because it's super effective, and knocks off my lefty. So that kinda doesn't matter at all, because Crest has recovery without lefties. So I'm just going to switch out to my Rotom, and I'm going to trick his Ferrothorn a Choice Scarf, which is always lovely. I just love tricking a Ferrothorn, because, I mean, honestly, what are they going to do with the Scarf? They're already extremely slow, so the Scarf doesn't help. So I'm going to double switch back out to my Crest, and this guy makes a good play, and he goes for the double seed. And a Crest is like a Blissey in the fact that if you seed it, you will keep yourself alive because it has that much HP. Like, it's amazing. It doesn't have quite as much as Blissey, but it still has a hefty touch. So I'm gonna just go for the HP Fire is what I'm running on this set at this time, and I'm gonna switch out to my Scizor, and I'm gonna go for the Swords Dance. And seeing that it has counter, I know that this thing is sashed, and I'm pretty much thinking, alright, there's no better time than now, because he's just going to try to kill me anyway. So I'm just going to make sure I take him down to a sash, not just going to Swords Dance all the way up, and he's going to counter, and she's going to kill me. But that's okay, because I didn't really need the only job that Scizor played was to take out the Blissey, and now at 1% it's not going to be doing anything. So here he makes another good play, and he brings in his Gliscor on my obvious Toxic. And he decides to go for a taunt, but I make a good play, and I go out to my Mint, something that doesn't care about getting taunted, and I go for the HP Ice, and it lives. And I hate that Salamence has to be physical, because that always happens. Like, I always go for HP Ice on something, and I always live with 13%, no matter what. But anyway, here he's just doing his Poison Heal Gliscor stuff, you know, protecting and getting Poison Heal plus lefties. And so I'm just going to switch out, and he makes a double switch out. Well, we both switch out to, I go out to my Crest, he goes out to his Ferrothorn. My Crest has HP Fire, and it was especially for Ferrothorns. This was the only battle I used it in. I was trying it out. It didn't satisfy my Ferrothorn killing needs, so I got rid of it. And so he goes out to his Donphan. I'm going to Moonlight just to see what he wants to do, and decides he wants to Earthquake. So I don't know if he was predicting a switch, didn't know Crest was levitating, what, I don't know, but that's free toxic damage for me. And knowing that he's going to pick up now, like pick up that it's a Levitator, I'm going to go out to my Rotom, get in before rocks, because I know he can't touch my Rotom. And I'm just going to go for the safe Hydro Pump. Even though the Ferrothorn switch is obvious, I'm still just going to get some damage off, because look at that, 21%, not bad at all. Rotom giving it up, or, whoa, that sounded a little sexual. Anyway, Rotom doing some damage for the team. Now I'm just going to Volt Switch out and go out to my Salamence. And this thing scares his whole team, because, yeah, it does. So he's just going to Lead Seed me, and he decides to fight off his Blissey, but I'm not falling for that. I'm just going to go for a Brick Break, and that is goodbye to Blissey, and I can safely switch out without having to worry about being stuck into Outrage. So now he's gonna go out to his Conkeldurr. I have no idea how you say that thing's name. I think it's Conkeldurr. And I'm gonna go out to my Latias, which his name is Fix, and he's gonna go for a Mach Punch. And I'm perfectly fine with that because I can take those for days, for years, for forever. And I'm gonna switch out to my Crest, knowing Crest can take hits as well. And he's just going to switch out into his Ferrothorn, probably predicting my Crest switch. And I'm just gonna go for HP Fire and kill off his Ferrothorn, so that thing is out of the way. So now out to his Gliscor. He's gonna protect. I'm just going to go for the HP Fire. I don't know why, but you know, damage is damage. I'm not specs or anything. It was just more just to suit my curiosity. I just wanted to see how much it was gonna do. And with the crit, it does 30%. So that means it's not doing nearly enough to prevent this thing from stalling. But I want to stay in to get the Toxic because I want to be able to Psycho Shift it off to something later. And yeah, I'm thinking that Gyarados. Because yeah, that Gyarados I don't really have anything for. My Rotom dies and I just want to have a plan B. So he makes another good play and just for the double Toxic. This man in his double seeding and double Toxicking, this guy's a beast. But he's gonna go for a Protect here, and I'm just gonna go for Hydro Pump, but the joke's on him because I miss. So now at this moment I think this is kind of funny because like the way he does this, like he roosts and it fails, and the way I imagine this is like in Looney Tunes when they run off the cliff and then you see them look around and they look down and they'll sit there like running on air and they hold up that help me sign. Yeah, that's what I figured. That's what I think happened there. Like he was just like, oh shit, and they just died. But yeah, so I finish off the Gliscor with the Hydro Pump, and then he brings in his Donphan, which also takes the Hydro Pump to the face, and it doesn't appreciate that well. So I'm just gonna trick. I'm gonna take this thing's Expert Belt. I don't know why, but I guess it seemed like a good idea at the time. Maybe I didn't know what Conkeldurrs run. I don't know. So I'm gonna go for a Hydro Pump, and it does a decent amount of damage. Actually, I think at that time I thought I still had my Scarf, and I wanted to lock him into Bulk Up, but that doesn't end up happening. So anyway, I'm gonna go out to my my Cresselia, and he's gonna go for a Mach Punch, and I'm gonna Psycho Shift. I'm going to miss, which is dumb for one because I went for Psycho Shift, but for two, it's dumb because I could have just went for Psychic, and even if the Gyarados did come in, damage is damage. But I was thinking staying in was way too obvious, but no, this guy is a risk taker, and it pays off because he takes out my Crest with the Drain Punch followed by a Mach Punch. And I know from earlier that my Salamence has 26% HP, so I'm gonna keep that in the back of my head as a Dragon Pulse, and his Ice Punch is going to kill me off. But that's good because I need this Toxic to take it out because really I have nothing for this thing because Conkeldurr is a threat. So I live with 1% and he has to go for the Mach Punch because I'm Scarfed. So if he wants to, I guess, not die, if he doesn't want his Gyarados to die, then he has to go for the Mach Punch. But so here he sends out his Gyarados, and here I send out my Regirock. And I know my Regirock can take hits from Gyarados for days. Well, not days, maybe hours, because it doesn't take them all that well. And all I have to do is hit a Stone Edge. And here, I miss a first Stone Edge. But I'm like, okay, whatever. And he goes for the Earthquake. So I'm like, okay, I have another chance. And here he misses a second Stone Edge. So yeah, I lose. Because my Regirock doesn't know how to throw rocks at a big ass serpent that's in the air. But yeah, that was that battle. It was quite fun. The ending was very frustrating, but you know what, I was like, okay, I'm Rex, I get hacked a lot, whatever. Just went on to my next battle, got hacked some more, and the day went on. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed that battle. If you did, leave a like, comment, and if you're new, subscribe. And remember, you are a rose in a field of daisies. Deuces. Also, shout out to Bruno again.